Hi, my name's Charlie Archbold and I'm here to talk about my young adult novel, Indigo Owl, published by Wakefield Press. I'd like just to begin with a quote from Books and Publishing that really sums up the book. Indigo Owl imagines an eerie corporate future where company loyalty comes before bodily autonomy and reproductive rights are just another way to control people. In sparse, propulsive prose, Archbold offers a YA thriller in a science fiction suit. The idea behind the book came from a global population counter. And I remember sitting watching it thinking, wow, population is really increasing a lot. And with population increase, of course, we have overconsumption. I'm talking to you from the beautiful Pilbara region in Western Australia. But behind these beautiful mountains, 2/3 of the world's iron ore is mined relentlessly. Trucks and trains that are 2.5 kilometres long, loaded with millions of tonnes of iron ore, leave here every single day. And it gets you thinking about the impact of all of these things on our climate, the impact of things on indigenous communities, on vulnerable environments. And it leads to the question, what happens when we don't do anything and when we don't do enough? It was this thought that led to Indigo Owl. I began to imagine a world where we did do nothing. What would the future be if we do nothing and continue to bleach and destroy our world? Well, in Indigo Owl and in my journey or my thinking, what happens is that private corporations colonize space because they can afford to and they're not under the restraints of any government control. And also with this colonization comes a lack of accountability and the ability to form a world or to create a society, however you like. These things perhaps aren't so far-fetched really. Just imagine now the race to mine the moon and comets and the burgeoning space tourism industry. Perhaps it is only a matter of time, I hope not. So the action for this book takes place on a planet called Galbraith. And on Galbraith, the fertility of the citizens is tightly controlled so that they can keep their population at an optimum level. We meet our main characters, Scarlet, Rumi and Dylan, as they attend the Institute, which is a transitioning school between childhood and adulthood. But the longer they're there, the more they discover that things aren't quite as perfect as Galbraith would have you believe, and that beneath the veneer of perfection and a beautifully functioning society is rotten decay. And they discover some very nasty secrets at the fertility clinics that really lead you to understand how Galbraith are actually populating the planet. What's in it for readers? Well, I feel for younger readers it's an opportunity to explore some of these issues in a book that's not set in a contemporary setting, but is close enough to draw parallels with our real world and to lead to some of these deeper ethical discussions around our climate and how we do manage our future. Some feedback I've had from some of my younger readers has been really great. I'd just like to share a few of these with you. Michelle says, Indigo Owl is a story that will grab you from the very beginning, full of secrets, conspiracy and adventure. It's hard to put down. And Freya, in my opinion, this novel was also very eye-opening. Themes such as individuality, freedom, diversity are all explored within this novel and can be seen throughout our society today. And Susan, it keeps the reader on the edge of their seat from start to finish. It is believable and terrifying. The reader wills Scarlet, Dylan and Rumi to succeed. While Indigo Owl is a standalone text, I've also completed a sister manuscript to go with it, which is set in the same universe, and that's called Rainbow Lorry. I can see Indigo Owl and Rainbow Lorry sitting very comfortably in any genre or fantasy list, and I really hope that you take the time to read them. Thank you so much for your time, and goodbye from the Pilbara.